Amanda, there we go. So guys, Amanda, Arndt, here we go.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's really fun. I've got Andrea Fayville in the car with me as well. We're driving. What I love about your crew is your AO stay in the field. So do we. We're actually driving to a huge enrollment this morning, getting it set up and getting it fired up. So we've been up for hours already. But what I really want to talk to you guys about is career track. And I love interaction. I love interaction. So flip on the cameras, get ready to talk. Interaction is key. Why do you want to build? This is a question. Why do you want to build?
Building yourself at the same time of building others.
Yeah, building others, right? Absolutely. What else?
You can protect a lot more families.
Hi, Brad. Yep.
Morning, Amanda. What's up?
Yep.
Protecting more families. Yeah.
Protecting a lot more families. What happens when you're protecting a lot more families? What happens when your team's protecting a lot more families?
Ultimately, you're making more money.
The financial aspect, right? Like, I'm not motivated by money, but I am motivated by what it does and provides for my family. So money aspect. What else? What else do you want to build?
People.
Yes, when you build, you don't lose your vision. When you build, you don't lose your vision. And another thing is that you help bring other people alongside you. Why else?
Generational wealth.
Generational wealth. Yes. The coolest thing about this is that everything that you're creating, you're fully vested in 5 years. Fully vested. And that is a willable asset. In our industry, that is one of the coolest things. We are the fastest in our industry of financially vesting our agents. You're with an incredible group here, right? Last one. Why else do you want to build?
Leave a legacy.
Leave a legacy. Leave a legacy. Leave what you want to do. This is the most beautiful thing about this is that when I started in this career, from day one, I ran my business like a business. It was my agency. I was doing this. I was creating this. And I have zero experience in sales. I have zero experience in insurance. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was prior military. So, right, how many people, like we always talk about in our team, our lifeline is our pipeline, right? Your lifeline, that pipeline is your lifeline. You also need a pipeline for building. Do you guys realize that? Like Q4 is already here. You already need to be filling your pipeline for Q1, for building, for racing, for running up the career track. So I want to talk about that because career track, how do you get up the career track?
You have to go up to field director and then marketing director. You got to meet those goals.
Field director, market director, yes. But here's something that I want you guys to hear so bad, and write this down. Write this down. Your premium, your weekly premium is your past. That weekly premium that you've already done, that's behind you. That's gone. Your submits, your PIFs, that's your present. That is your temperature gauge of where you're at with your team. And your recruits are your future. That's how you have to run this business. 100%. Premium is your past, submits are your present, recruiting is your future. And you have to have a pipeline with all of it. And what's great about the career track is I'm prior military. I told you guys that. I've never had a glass ceiling with me in this career. I can move as fast as I want, however I want. But the biggest thing is that I got to build a team. So how do you build a team? How do you build a team?
Recruiting.
Yeah, that's great. Of course, recruiting. But how do you really build? Who do you recruit?
People that are like you.
Yeah, but people that are like you, but also it takes all types, right? For you guys
yeah.
who are looking to get into this career, it is a mental muscle that you have to flex every single day. It's just as important as a demo. It's just as important of getting in your 6 demos. You need to be flexing that mental muscle in recruiting as well. So how many times should you be offering that recruiting conversation?
To every person that we meet in the field every single day.
Birthday sister. That is right. Every single person. Every single person. And it's so easy. People overcomplicate it all the time. It is just the easiest thing to do. Hey, I love your presence. I love how you hold the room. Is this your forever job? Is this something that you would be willing to look into? Do you want to grab a cup of coffee? I'd love to show you what we do. It's that easy. And then have you guys created, we talk about this all the time with our team, a chicken list. Who you want to build your business with? Who actually has one? So a chicken list is when you think about building the business, right? Like, so I did it with 2 of my best friends that are still here with me. First recruits. Hey, listen, my insurance agency is taking off and I can't imagine doing this with anyone but you. I'm about to place an ad in your area, but before I wanted to check with you first if this was something that you were interested in. Both of them came on board. Both of them are top producers. And building the list like that from your chicken list, from your fans and friends and family, who to next? This is for real how I built my agency in 2.5 years. Your friends and family, who do you go to next? What's next?
Their friends and family.
Yes, their friends and family. Offering that opportunity. And another thing too that's huge is look around your town. Who's local? Who's doing life right? Who do you see on social media? Like, I'm not very good at social media, but who do you see on social media that you are like, wow, they're kicking butt. I'm going to introduce myself to them. Local business owners. I love, one of my favorite things doing is when I find out a business is going out, like they're done, I walk into that business and I say, hey, I'm Amanda Arndt. I'm a local business owner right here in town. And I'm really sorry about your business going out, but I wanted you to know that I know I'm like scary in your employees and you seem like a great employer. I'm currently hiring. Anytime I see going out of business sign. What do you think the employer does? They're like, wow, yeah, thanks. I got to tell you too, and be completely honest, you guys, I've been kicked out of more businesses for poaching people's employees than I have for trying to demo them and sell them products. But I have a forever lifetime ban at the Newtown Jack and Jill grocery store. I have a lifetime ban. I'm not allowed to go in there because that's how hard I recruit. I field recruit. And have you once heard me say paid ads or Kyle and Van and Brad are putting people on my team? No. I'm a field recruit. I was recruited buying an agent's house. If she wouldn't have told me about this, if she wouldn't have offered me this position, I would never be here or my team would never be here. That's why I'm so passionate about field recruiting and what we do. It's so important. And the most important thing too is that for everybody that's in their first year, you only get your first year once. And when I was coming in, I was like, I'm breaking forever Van Davenport's record. I did it. COVID happened. I think that Van actually created COVID record. But what the fun about that was is it set me up for success. It set me up for everything because why is it so important that you're winning the awards, that you're winning the idea use, that you're winning every single trip? Why? As a leader, as a sales agent, why is that important?
Continues the confidence.
Confidence, for sure. What else?
You're setting a good example.
Oh, who said that?
Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. Yes, ma'am. And what is it about setting an example? Why is that so important?
Being duplicatable so somebody else can copy what you do.
Yes.
Quality
Brian?
business.
Is that you, Brian? Is that who just said that? Oh my gosh. Yes. Being duplicatable. And guess what else? You're developing street credit. Your street credit. People are going to want to follow you. If I was to say to my team, last year I won I Dare You as AO, my first year AO. Why do you think that was so important for people to see me do that in my agency?
They know you're somebody that they want to follow and
Yes.
feed them.
Yes. That's the thing, is that, there's so many amazing things about this career, but if you want to be a leader, if you want to do something, and you guys, like, leader's not just a builder, it's also a sales professional. And I want you to hear that we celebrate sales professionals, we celebrate recruiting, and we celebrate building in our team. If you want to be a leader in those, you have to be doing that yourself exceptionally well. All in. Pushing so hard. Because people, the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. If I wasn't in a vehicle right now with one of my top agents and I just sit in my office all day, what does that show them?
That you're not willing to get out and get your hands dirty
Yeah,
too.
I'm not willing to get into the arena and have my ass kicked. Who wants to follow someone like that? I am boots on the ground, and so are your leaders. I know for a fact your leaders are. And that's the kind of culture and what you guys want, and you have it. You've already got it, so now you have to embrace it yourselves. You have to own this business, and there's entrepreneurs and there's wantrepreneurs. And that's okay, but know who you are and decide today. Decide where you're going and where you want with this, because you can absolutely, you guys, I started as a sales professional level 1, 30 and 1. And in 2.5 years, I'm an AO. And nothing was given to me. I just knew without a shadow of a doubt that was my biggest goal. I was racing for it, and I had my family supported it. And it was a hell of a lot of hard work. It was so much hard work. It was so much sacrifice, but it was absolutely worth it every single time. Every single time it's worth it. So I want to make sure I leave time for feedback, questions, comments, anything. I am an open book. What do you guys got?
If you could summarize what it took in one word for you to become an AO in 2 years, what would that one word be, Amanda?
Grit.
And why?
Why do you think, Brian? Why do you need grit? Why do you need tenacity in this career?
Because you ain't gonna make it if you ain't got it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make it unless you start at the bottom. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think about my military career. Did I want to come in as an officer? Nope. I came in as enlisted, and I worked my way up as fast as I could, that chain of command. And it's the same thing here. I love that. Van and Kyle have the exact same thing. Brad has the exact same thing. Brandy has the exact same thing. They've all started at the bottom, and they've worked their way up. You have no better leadership in front of you right now to show you exactly what you want in this life, in this career. You just got to be smart enough and strong enough to take it.
Hoorah.
Hey, man. Yeah. There's a lot of people, brand new agents who have the mentality of, oh, I want to figure this thing all the way out before I start recruiting.
So Andrea just started laughing. She just started laughing.
What would you say to those people that have that mindset?
Yeah, I would say, listen, the magic happens in the field. Until you start flexing that muscle, you'll never figure it out. It's just like the gym. Do you want to go to the gym and you want to do a rep of, I don't know, whatever, you guys. I don't lift weights, so that was a wrong analogy for me. But you're lifting weights. Can you walk right in and just lift a bunch of weights? Or do you have to work your way up to it?
It'll work out.
You got to work your way up to it. You got to work your way up to it. So if you're already like, I'm just got to figure this whole thing out before I'm going to start recruiting, great. Well, you know what? Everyone else who has less talent, less any kind of experience that you do are going to be seeing you on the other side because they have to get up and go and the drive to actually do it.
Yep.
Just do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. That's what I tell my team all the time. Rip the Band-Aid off. Have 20 seconds of insane courage. That's it. That's all you need. How many locations are we headed to? How many locations are we trying to get into? 15. 15. We're trying to get into this business right now. They have 15 multi-million dollar. This thing we have been pursuing this for 2 years. 2 years. 2 years we've been going after this account, and we're going to nail it today. We're going to nail it today. We're going to get all 15 locations, and we're going to set ourselves up so this is happening Founders Week. That's like, boom.
Yeah. Woo.
Weeks don't just happen. You got to work behind the scenes. Like, people think that, oh, this just happened. Kyle just got the job where he's at. He just got placed. No, it was sacrifice. It was hard work. It was tears. It was just this grit, this tenacity, this want in life. I don't want an ordinary life. I want something incredible. I want something extraordinary. I want something that my kid is going to be proud of. My husband is proud of. That I'm proud of. My team is proud of. Giddy up.
Hey, Amanda, one real quick question. This is phenomenal. This is gold. I'm so glad this is recorded. And you have literally built your business from personal recruiting, field recruiting, all the way up. Whenever you get like in front of somebody, and especially somebody who's sharp, like out in the field, or, you know, friend or a family, how does that, just like that conversation kind of go, like the first 5 minute, I guess, kind of intro, just like, well, how does that kind of go between you and them to kind of spark that fire?
I go all in the beginning. I say, listen, this is going to come off totally crazy. It might not, you might get this all the time, but I need you to know that I run a really successful agency, and I can see you here. Can I have a conversation with you about this? Because I don't know if you're tapping into all of your potential, and you do not have to sacrifice family, work, income. I can show you how all of this is possible. What works best for you? Coffee or a beer?
Love it.
And that, honest to goodness, is absolutely what I do.
Wow. What works best for you? Coffee or beer? That is the ultimate best one-liner I've ever heard. That is
Yes.
a game changer.
Yes. Do you want to grab a beer? Or you want to grab a coffee?
Woo. There we go. Anybody else have any questions for Amanda while she's on?
Amanda, what would be your best advice to new agents? I know, like, I sent a podcast to one of my agents where you're rip the Band-Aid off, you know, get that 20 seconds of insane courage. What if a new agent is just struggling, you know, just getting out of the car? We hear that a lot with new agents.
Oh my gosh. My favorite thing to do, Brandy, is have that agent write their why on their steering wheel. Put it on a piece of paper, why they even took this career, why this was even attractive to them, what they wanted from it, and write it out, and then tape it to their steering wheel. Tape it to their coffee cup. Put it on the background of their phone. That they are so surrounded by their why that they took this career that, you know, out of sight, out of mind, never applies to them. And it has to be their real why, not just something like, you know, my first initial, like when someone's like, in the beginning, right? What's your why? Well, I want to provide a better life for my son. Well, why do I want to provide a better life for my son? And then I dug deeper, and then I dug deeper, and then I dug deeper. And then finally, you guys, I'll tell you my why. And it hasn't changed. And every time I say it, I get goosebumps. My why is I want to be the force that God made me to be. I want to give every single talent that I can. every single thing that I can do, I am not ending my day. And you guys, I ask myself at the end of the day, every single day, would I hire or would I fire myself today? And that is a powerful question that you need to be asking yourselves. Some days I give myself a raise. Some days I kick myself out of the car and be like, well, you suck today. And that's just real talk, right? Like that's for real. That's real. But knowing that I hold myself to that level, to that accountability, to that bar, why is that so important? Why is it so important that I set a bar for myself? Not Kyle's bar, not Van's bar, not Brandy's bar. Why is it so important? My bar.
Because it shows that everybody, no matter where you're at, can always be improved.
Yes, but also if I set the bar for myself, I never am going to drop it. I don't let other people influence me of like, hey, you know, I didn't get my 2 out of 3 day. As an AO, I have a 2 out of 3 day. You better believe that in my own thing. That why would my team achieve it? As a leader, if you're not doing it, why would your team do it?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Holy smokes. That was straight fire. Woohoo! Holy smith, man. Have to
Hey,
have a fire
real
fire
quick,
truck.
last question.
Yeah.
You know, you've done pretty, you've been pretty successful, not just in obviously the recruiting game and building an agency, but in sales as well. What's your one piece of advice to newer people? Because you've done pretty well, I mean, ever since you started. But you know, for the newer folks, the newer agents that are kind of maybe a little bit of a slower start, what is your best piece of advice for them?
Yeah, Founders Week is coming. My biggest week ever is Founders Week. I wrote just over 64,000 that week. And
Over 64,000 in a week, y'all.
in a week. And my biggest month was over 100K. And I want to tell you guys that week wasn't because I just showed up and I popped into a place and said, I'm going to do a trade more. I was planning already. It's like Andrea and I are talking about, we're planning already for Founders Week today, right now. And so set yourself up for success. This career is like chess. You got to play the game of chess. You got to see your long-term vision goals. And I got to tell you, like, it's not all highs. My biggest lessons is where I like hit the ground so hard, I'm picking gravel out of my face for the next couple days. I need you guys to know that. Like, there's some serious, my best lessons are the lessons that hurt the worst. And the biggest thing too is that set yourself up for success. If you're not doing the contacts, if you're not showing the damn product, which is the best product ever, and if you don't really truly believe that, get out of here. I'm sorry. I love you. Peace though. Like, you got to do the demos. You got to do the contacts. You got to set the enrollments. You got to set the appointments. You got to be super smart about this, and you've got to run your business like a business. And if you're not getting the contacts, if you're not meeting the people, you're never going to have the success in the career that you want. You are a entrepreneur, and I say that with love.
Awesome.
I love that. Holy smokes. Amanda, thank you so much. You absolutely crushed it today. Guys, this was recorded, and good luck today. And yeah, you're going to set up all 15 locations for Founders Week. Woo! A month away. Let's go. All right, ladies, have a great day. It's still dark over there. I guess pitch black dark, as you guys can see over there in North Dakota. Drive safe.
Thank you, Amanda. Look forward to seeing you in Puerto Rico.
Okay, yeah, see you all in Puerto Rico. Come say hi.
Thank you, Amanda.
Bye, Brandy.